Hi guys, hi, hello, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I'm doing another tag. I know, the last one you saw, I'm in the same clothes. I get it. But when you're me, you batch film, and that's what we're doing. I'm so excited to do this tag. It was created by Glitter Fallout, and I saw it first on AngelicaNyqvist's channel, and it is a brand new tag. So I'm so excited to be jumping on as early as I am. That was part of my ish going into 2022, as I really wanted to be a part of the YouTube beauty community more than I was in terms of jumping on the bandwagon a little bit quicker. So I just watched Angie do this tag and I was like, I need to do that. That sounds fun. So with that said, that is what we're doing today, and I hope that you're here for it. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I'm a lover of all things high-end, colorful beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry as a field leader for Ulta. So I get a lot of education in my position. I'd like to bring you all that education through my platform here on YouTube. With that said, I also just kind of like to talk about makeup. So you're going to see all the things here. I imagine that you also kind of like to talk about makeup if you're here. So I encourage you, please subscribe before you go. I'm a kick in the pants to hang out with, and I think that we'll have fun together. And with that said, let's roll into this tag. All right, guys, so there are 9 prompts to this tag, and it's not a like show me something, declutter something, talk about, do all the things, something kind of tag. It's just a chatty tag, and I love a chatty tag. So this is the makeup firsts tag, plural. So first, makeup firsts. What was your first blah, 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 right? Oh my God, if I could talk, it'd be super. Here we go. Number 1, what first made you interested in makeup? You know, I have to be honest, I didn't get into makeup until I was 40, and I'm currently 45. So I've only been doing this for 5 years. And what made me first get into makeup was my daughter getting into makeup. I think I've said this before. My brother had a girlfriend that had a makeup room in the house, and I used to laugh at her because I was like, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. So there's that. It's obviously not the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life these days. At 40 years old, I was going through, the Sephora app to buy my daughter some makeup for Christmas. I didn't know what I was doing. Didn't know what the hell I was looking for. Saw the most colorful things on the planet, bought them all. I bought like 5 different palettes. Got them all in and was like, these are not going anywhere. I am keeping these forever. These are the Urban Decay Electric and Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. And when I tell you that this is what inspired me to go from no makeup to makeup, is it any wonder why I am a colorful beauty lover? Like, I just cannot. Like, even today, I look at this and it just brings me so much joy. I just want to put it all over my eyeballs. And that is how I felt when I got them in. These absolutely are going nowhere. My daughter's not going to wear these. I'm going to keep these. And then my husband was like, you'll never use those. You just like colorful, pretty things. And you like to spend money. So I said, I'll show you. So I did, and here I am 5 years later. Prior to that point, you would be lucky to find me in anything other than eyeliner if I wore that. I never wore mascara because I wear glasses in real life. I never wore anything. It didn't seem purposeful to me because I don't like heavy things on my face. So even today, like for foundation, today I'm wearing a skin tint. Like I wear skin tints. I don't really wear foundation, but I love doing my eyes. I love doing my eye makeup. So that is what first interests me. What was the first makeup you remember applying? Eyeliner, a black like kohl eyeliner. Maybe I used to wear the Revlon's black or brown eyeliner, and that was all I ever wore. So that would be the first makeup item that I ever applied on, and for the longest time I still had Revlon's in my collection. And I will tell you this, I didn't care how old it was. I never threw any of it away. Like, I didn't have any mascaras, so I didn't know anything about, a 3-month expiration date on a mascara or whatever. But I had a brown Revlon's in my makeup collection for probably 12 years. Gross. Gross. Don't judge me. Who is the first makeup YouTuber you remember watching? Manny MUA was the first one that I remember watching back in December, November when I was first buying these palettes. I don't think I knew anything about makeup YouTube. But then, I don't know, somebody had mentioned the Modern Renaissance palette or something like that, and I was like, I'm gonna look it up. So I looked it up and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, that's really pretty. And then right underneath it was a video of Manny doing a halo eye using that palette. And I am pretty certain that that was the first ever video that I ever watched on YouTube, period, let alone from the beauty community. And Manny MUA was my first ever person that I watched apply makeup. I remember one of my very first videos too. Don't go back and watch it. I mean, I'll link it in case you want to. No, I'm not linking it. Don't go back and watch it. It's super cringy. One of my very first videos was recreating that halo eye with the Modern Renaissance palette. Who was your first makeup muse? I mean, Manny, I guess. He was who I tried to emulate. Every time I did my makeup, I was like, I need to do this just like Manny does it. I think he must have been my makeup muse. My current makeup muse, which is the second part of the question, is, you know, I don't know. Like, I would say Angelica, because she loves all the crazy color and I love all the crazy color. And when she posts an eye look on Instagram, like, I will try and recreate it. I have recreated a lot of her eye looks. I can think of a pink one that I'll stick a picture up in here of, is a recreation of, if I can find it on her Instagram, it's an eye look that she was wearing in one of her videos, and I recreated it because, I mean, I think that she is probably what comes closest to my current makeup muse. I just kind of do what I want, if I'm honest, but her eye looks are always stunning. And the color stories that she uses really speak to me. So, I mean, yeah, I would have to say, if there's one person I had to pick out of all of them on who I wished I could do my makeup like, or who I try and replicate the most, it's definitely Angelica. What was the first high-end makeup product you bought? These, again, were the first high-end makeup. Nope, I take that back. I take that back because when the first Ulta came into my area, I purchased Smashbox Full Spectrum and Smashbox, which is weird because that's the name of this palette too. Do I have that palette name wrong? I purchased the Smashbox Full Spectrum and Smashbox Spectrum palettes. I don't know. I purchased them like 15 years ago. But when I first started this channel, they were still in my collection. They're one of the first things I ever decluttered. My friend Nona was like, I sure would like to have those palettes. And I was like, I sure am not sending them to you because they're so old. So those were the first ones that I purchased. What was the first makeup purchase you waited for and bought the second it was released? This is the easiest question for me. It is the ABH subculture. So I am very much a dark, grungy girl. My eye looks are typically pretty dark, or on the darker side. I do get bright occasionally. I prefer just dark grunge. I am from the Seattle area, so that's just my thing, right? That's just the thing. When I found out about the release of Subculture, I was like, lost my mind. It was the first time I had ever just really could not get this palette out of my mind, needed to have it, set a timer. I remember sitting in a meeting with my district manager at the time when I worked at Starbucks, and my peer who had just got done training or was in the process of training or something. I can't remember what was going down with this meeting, but I remember who was sitting with me at the table, and I remember being on my phone and being super excited and saying, oh my God, I'll just 1 second, give me 1 second. And I remember telling him specifically, I have to buy this palette. I will be right back. I just need 5 minutes. And he went, oh, okay. Yeah, subculture. The first time I ever did that. That was, I think, the one and only time I've ever set a timer and actually purchased a makeup item that I just had to have, apparently. And I love subculture. I mean, I obviously got the first batch of subculture, I obviously got the first formula, and I don't mind it. So, I mean, hot take. What is the makeup item that you own that should go first into a declutter, but you just can't? Do you remember when I was talking just a few minutes ago about the Smashbox palettes and it was full exposure, not full spectrum? And the double exposure palettes. So, remember when I said, I'm just not going to give you that palette because it's like 15 years old? Do you remember? And do you remember when I also said that 5 years ago when I started this channel, it was still in my collection and I think it was the first thing that I ever decluttered? So I had to go pull it out of my drawer because I have a makeup memories drawer. And this is the only thing that sits in there right now. I imagine there will be other things that will probably pop into there. But this is just in my makeup memory drawer because you see how boring this is? But this was my very first ever eyeshadow palette. So, and I bought it when I didn't know anything about makeup. And you can see I used it, but not really. I mean, you would think this thing was brand new because I just didn't wear makeup. So, of all the things in my collection that should, and this black was such a great black. I would never put this on my eyes, you guys, but okay, it's not fantastic. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not fantastic. I remember thinking that this shimmer, this one right here, was just the bee's knees. Can you even see it? So yeah, that definitely should go, and I have decluttered it. It's just kind of. I just can't completely get rid of it because it's the very first makeup item I ever, very first high-end item I ever purchased. I imagine that there will be a lot more at the end of the day, at the end of my life, that will be in that drawer, but there's just one lonely makeup item in a lonely drawer. There's a lot that could probably be decluttered, but this one, it's so old. I would venture to say that at this point in time, I believe that this is probably almost 20 years old. That's gross. I think I skipped a question because that was question 8, but question 7 is, when was the first time you had your makeup done by someone else and did you like it? So I've never had my makeup done by someone else, ever. Like, I have been color matched in an Ulta Beauty location, but I've never had my makeup done by someone else. I have to imagine I would think it was really awesome. I have to imagine I would love it because it's one of those pamper me pieces that, you know, but up until 5 years ago, I thought makeup was ridiculous, and truly there was really nowhere to have my makeup done. So I've never had it done by someone else. I guess my daughter has done it. But I think she was 4. So no, I didn't like it. But yeah, other than that, I've never had it done by someone else. The last question is, what's the first thing someone should know about makeup? And I really think that there's a lot of things, okay? Number 1, be yourself. Because I am, you know, in my 40s, mid 40s, and there's a lot of people that I watch that are up there in age that do what they want to. Don't let them tell you you can't wear a glitter. I'm wearing a glitter today. Don't let them tell you you can't wear a shimmer because you're too old. Don't let them tell you you can't wear color because you're too old. Look across the YouTubes. There are plenty of us out here that are elevated in our age that are doing what the hell we want to. You should also do what the hell you want to, period. Hands down, number 1 thing. Number 2, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get really great makeup. Back in the day, drugstore was not great. But these days, like, and this is coming from somebody who doesn't really have a lot of drugstore in her collection, drugstore is picking up the pieces. Like, they are coming heavy. What I would say though to that is it worth it to purchase drugstore or another, or save the pennies and purchase just high-end? I do think that sometimes high-end is well worth it. When I think about it, in specific makeup categories, I would say, eyeshadows and, base products, well worth the money. Brow products, eyeliners. Some of my favorite eyeliners cost me $3 a piece. So pick and choose the products that you're going to spend your coin on, and then buy the rest from drugstore, because you certainly can get a really good thing from drugstore cosmetics. I think additionally, application process matters. Like, I could do makeup real well, but I can do makeup awesome with better brushes. My foundation looks good. It looks like it, that I've blended it well. If I go through the application process in a fine-tuned way, it looks better. I think the number one thing though, truly, is skincare. If you are not taking care of your skin, no amount of makeup is going to look good on your face. So, I mean, truly, I think that there's a lot that could be said, and practice makes perfect, you guys. It truly does. I think Angelica said it. I've been doing makeup for 5 years. I am not the best at it. I still have really rough days, and I still post pictures of those really rough days. Do I think that my makeup looks good? Yeah. But I think it looks like I'm self-taught, and I've been doing it for 5 years. I think that's why Angelica is my muse, because she has these intricate, beautiful eye looks, and practice makes perfect. I want to continue to practice, and she said that herself. Practice makes perfect. Skincare, practice. You can do anything you want. Anything. So with that said, thank you so much to Glitter Fallout for this amazing tag. I had a great time with it. Thank you, Angelica, for doing it, because you're how I was able to see it and able to see Glitter Fallouts. And if you guys do this tag, please let me know. I would love to come and watch it. And if you have already done this tag, let me know down in the comment section. I would love to come watch it. And if you're gonna do this tag, if you're a creator out there and you haven't done this tag, I encourage you to do it. It's a super fun tag. It's interesting to think about and to really think of your makeup journey. I love tags, so I'm always in for a good tag. If you guys have any tags that you would like for me to do, just let me know. I would love to be a part of them. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that if you did, you're considering giving it a big thumbs up. I also hope that you loved it enough that you'll want to subscribe to the channel before you go. Like I said, I'm kind of a kick in the pants. I would love to have you along for this crazy ride of mine. Let me know down in the comment section if you did that. I would love to welcome you personally. And with that said, I hope you and yours are well, that you're doing great, that you're healthy, and that you're getting along as best you can in this crazy world that we're living in. And I hope that you are all loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye friends.